Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, in this video, we are going to talk about the BTech or BE first year engineering from the chapter Electrodynamics, the most important topic that is divergence and curl. So, for the divergence and curl, this is the very important numerical, or you can call it as a theorem. So, what is this numerical or theorem? First, I will tell you in three ways that the question will ask in your IE1, IE2, or it may be in your SAM 1. So it can ask like that, prove that divergence of curl is 0. So what you have to prove here, the divergence of curl, it means you first of all you have to find the curl and then you have to do the divergence of it, or otherwise it can like directly given you the that numerical expression, that del operator, it's we call this is as a del operator into dot, it means divergence of which curl vector, or it can directly like find out divergence of curl. So this is for 5 marks and this is very IMP question at the point of exam. Okay, exam point of view. Now, so how we can find it found so how we can find it, let me see. So first of all, there is already say to prove that cross f. If the vector f is not given, so you can take, if the question is like this one or the first one or the third one, so what you can do, you can directly go with any vector, like you can go with so you can go with like vector a, vector b and vector c. Okay, so you can go with any vector, but there is specified that we have to use vector f, so you should have to go with vector f. So let's take vector f. Now what you have to assume, any vector has their I component, j component and k component. So you have to write the vector as fx I cap plus fy j cap plus fz k cap. Now the first step is to find the curl of f. So what is the first step to find the curl of f? So what you have to write, when how to we can find the curl, so del cross f bar. So in this method you can find the curl of f, and now you have to make a determinant in which you have to put I, j and k. And what is this? This is the value of del. So the value of del I will show you here. So the del can be represented as del x, del by del x I cap plus del by del y j cap plus del by del z k cap. So this is nothing but your vector del. Now this is your del vector and this is your f vector, fx component, I component, j component and k component. Now what you have to do, if you considering the I, so you have to just hide it and cross multiply it, like we have written here, del cross f is equal to del fz by del y minus then del fy by del z and then I ka component. Now for the second one, what you have to do, so for the second one you have to apply the minus sign here. Okay, you can see there is not plus sign, there is minus sign. You have to apply minus sign, then hide the j row, j column and then cross multiply del by del x fz minus del by del z fx. So this is a j cap. Now for the k cap, what you have to do, for the k cap, again hide the row k and column and then cross multiplied del by del x of fy minus, it's like solving your determinant, okay, like 2 3 1 4. So what you have to do, 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. So it's similarly like that. Now so del fy by del x in minus del fx by del y, this is your k component. Okay, now divergence of del cross v. Now what we have to find, the divergence of this, it means you have to uh, now you have to find the divergence of del f. It means you have to del dot this vector. So what is a del vector? I have previously told you del by del x. So your previous vector, it is del by del x plus del y z component plus del by del z k component. And now this is the multiplication sign here, and you have to multiplication sign is here, and now you have to multiply the whole vector to it, or you can use the direct formula of this, that is the formula of del by fx. I will show you here. So what is the formula of it? Del by del x of fx component, or you can take any vector, del by del y of fy component plus del by del z of fz component. So what you have to only take here x, y and z component of that particular vector, or you can multiply it. So what will come here, like see, if you multiply I डॉट आई क्या होता है, 1 होता है, z डॉट z क्या होता है, सॉरी I डॉट आई 1 होता है, z डॉट z क्या होता है, 1 होता है, एंड k डॉट k 1 होता है, और बाकी अगर I डॉट j या I डॉट k करेंगे तो इट्स बिकम्स 0. So now you have to multiply this with this vector. So I have written over here del by del x into del fxy, del fx by del y minus del fy by del z minus del by del y into, now I have multiplied this with this component, that is your z component, del fz, del f, this is z, del fz by del x minus del fx by del z plus del by del z into this component whole term is multiply. Now what you have to do, suppose the many students have doubt that why you are not taking double derivative or didn't treat this as a 0 because there is no component of y. Yeah, we can treat, but when there is a fx component is given to us, there is no, we have given fx component, like if there is specifies something value, so we can, like if there is given equation, suppose x square plus 2y, so you can use then. So now there is no value because we are deriving the theorem. So what you have to do, you have to take the double derivative of, so del square fx by del x del y. Okay, now minus del square del x fy del z minus del fz, okay, this will be z again, upon del y into del x, then del y del z, and you don't have to change the sequence of this because the meaning will change in mathematics. Okay, so now you have to multiply del by del z into del fy by del x, as it is you have to multiply it, so it will become square del square fy upon del z del x. Now if you clearly observe here, so what you can observe over here, that del square fx by del x into del y, so where is the x term, this one. Okay, I have already written here wrong as it is. So yeah, now I have seen here that it is del y by del x. Now I have made mistake here. Okay, so this will get cancelled, plus minus. Okay, and there is also a minor change. No guys, I have written correct. There is nothing be changed. Yeah, so this term will cancel with this term, del square fy del x z will cancel from this term, and del square fx del by z will get cancelled by this term. Okay, yeah, this is your z. No, all is correct. This will get cancelled. Okay, now if everything will get cancelled, so what is your final answer? Your final answer is 0. So this is your final answer, that is 0, and hence prove that the divergence of a curl vector, that divergence of a okay the divergence of a curl vector is what? 0. So this is your final derivative. Okay, here I have written it clearly, you can see once again over here, or otherwise I'll clean all the stuff from here. You can take this screenshot. Okay, you can take the screenshot from here. The main formula is this, also this. So you can take the screenshot from here and write it down in your notebook. I hope you guys all understand. So let me see in the comment section if you have any doubt or you want to make video on another topic. So till then, see you, goodbye.